morning children, and welcome to Monday the 11th of January. This is a maths class for Mr Wakelam's group. Again, it's me, Mrs Thomas. Mr Wakelam's not around at the moment, but I hope we're going to have a good session this morning. Right, we're going to begin by just looking at what you did last week and going through that a little bit. I gave you this sheet to do, and you were asked to identify which shapes were regular and which shapes were irregular. And remember, we said regular shapes have all sides the same and irregular shapes have different length of sides. So I'm just going to go through this quickly with you now, children. Here's the first one. This is irregular because we've got two long sides and two short sides. This triangle is regular, all sides the same. Then we've got this shape here. I don't know if anybody would manage to identify this shape. Let's have a little go at counting the sides. Remember, I showed you how to count sides the other day. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A 10-sided shape, children, is called, don't know if anybody found out at home and had a little look on the internet, it's called a decagon. Now, dec means 10. If you find that at the beginning of a word, it means 10. Like decade means 10 years. See if you can try and remember that, boys and girls. Then we've got this one here. This arrow shape is irregular because we've got some different length of sides. If you count those sides up, let's go again with that one. Let's see what type of shape this is. This is tricky to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-sided shape. Did anyone have a little go at working out what a 7-sided shape was? Well, it is a heptagon. So brilliant if you manage that, children. And this one here, we talked about this the other day, regular, because that's our square, of course. This one here we did count the other day, and that's an irregular hexagon. And then we've got this one here, it's irregular because we've got two longer sides, and these are shorter, they're not all the same. This one, all the same length, that's a regular. This one at the bottom, I did mention this shape the other day. We count those sides. See if we remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you remember, children, I said what the 8-sided shape was called the other day? And I gave you a little way of remembering it with the animal. Do you remember I said octopus and octagon, 8-sided shape, okay? And that's regular because all those lengths are the same. Here's our little house shape here, that's irregular because we've got longer roof to the other parts there. Remember, that's a type of pentagon, a 5-sided shape. Right, so that was last week's work. This week, we're going to be looking at angles and shapes. And here we've got our learning objective. We're going to identify and find right angles. Now, many shapes all around us have right angles. Let's have a think, first of all, about what an angle is. Mariam and Ruby work together to explain what an angle is. Mariam says an angle is a corner. Oh, she's right. But how can we improve Mariam's definition? Well, a corner, that's absolutely true, but we can improve it because it's actually a measure of turn. It's about where 2 points meet and the angle has got a measure of turn. I'm going to show you a bit more about what that might mean, children, in a minute. Okay, so we need to find some angle, we need to find some way of measuring these angles today. So I'm going to show you how to make one. you're going to have a go at making this. Now, I had a go at home. I thought, well, how am I going to make that? I just got an old Christmas card and I cut 2 lengths, same width. You can ask a parent or an adult to help you if you're not too sure. Now, I didn't have a split pin at home, so I just got myself a paper clip, and actually it works with a paper clip. You can pin the 2 together like so, and you can make your angle measurer. Now, if I just go back to the screen, I can use this angle measurer on my screen to measure my angles to see if I've got that right angle that makes the L. So I'm going to put this on the screen. You can see straight away that L fits into that corner of that triangle, and that is my right angle. If I look at these 2 shapes, I can have, ooh, that fits perfectly into there. It fits perfectly on there, and on that corner, and on that corner. So I know my rectangle and my square have 4 right angles. This quadrilateral is interesting. I'm going to try and fit mine on there. That fits perfectly in that corner. But if I try and put it into this corner, can you see I've got a gap there? So it doesn't mean, it means it's not a right angle. Okay. Okay, boys and girls, so what are you going to do now you've made your angle measurer? You are going to find some right angles in your house and you're going to record them for me. So I had a little go at this. I had a little look around my house and I found, oh, some apple juice. I love apple juice. I'm going to see if this item in the house has got any right angles. Can I make this L shape fit? Oh, there, can you see how beautifully that L shape fits there? It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 right angles. Brilliant. I had a little look around my house. I found some leftover Christmas chocolate. Don't know how that's happened, but it's there. And again, look, my angle measurer fits brilliantly. I've got 4 right angles on there. Our story that we're reading in English, The Butterfly Lion, that's been hanging around on my table. And it fits brilliantly. 4 right angles. Then I had a little look round my house and I looked outside and I could see that my roof was out there. And I thought, oh, I wonder if that's got a right angle. And I wonder if the door's got a right angle and all sorts of different things. So how are you going to record this at home, boys and girls? Well, this is how I've recorded it. There's my apple juice. I drew it with a ruler and wrote on apple juice and I marked on. Can you see how I mark on that little corner, that little L shape there in each corner, marking the right angle on the apple juice? Did the same with the butterfly lion. I did the same with the salted caramel and I found those 4 corners with my angle measurer. Then I looked at the door. I had to stretch up tall. You might have to get an adult to see if you can get that angle measure up there. And then the bottom of the door. And then when I looked out of my window, I could see that my roof shape was like that. And when I drew it, I thought, oh, that's interesting. My angle measurer actually fits in at the top of the roof where those 2 lines meet. Makes a nice right angle. So I've got that now, and if you finished your work and you were able to then take a photograph of it using your parents' phone or your phone, you could photograph that and then upload it onto Teams for me to have a little look. And if you're not sure how to do that, you can always look at Mrs Bostock's Teams uploading a photograph video on YouTube. So that's today's task, children. Just quickly for tomorrow, because I won't be videoing for you tomorrow, I'll just be giving you a task. Tomorrow your task is to find right angles in shapes that I give you. You need to have that measurer ready. So you might be given some shapes like this, and you're going to be asked to find those right angles. And we already know how to use our angle measurer to do that. Well, I hope you have a good day, children, and happy finding angles around your house. See you soon.